going to talk to you about stray animals and homeless people here in the U.S. But first, let me give you a quick story about my brother. A couple years ago, he was helping a friend move out of an apartment. He was throwing a whole bunch of stuff away. And went into the alley, was going to throw everything into a garbage bin just like this. Saw a cat, was trying to help it out, but that cat bit him. And he knew he needed to go to the hospital, and after about $5,000 worth of rabies shots, he knew that he was going to be okay and not die. Now this cat isn't alone. In fact, there are 70 million stray cats here in the U.S. roaming our neighborhoods right now. That's a lot. So where do they come from? They come from us. People who can't afford the expenses of the food, the toys, the medical bills. Maybe you don't have the time. I mean, I've got a full job. I come here to school. I've got a personal life. Or maybe you move to an apartment that doesn't allow an animal. So what do? You take them to a shelter just like this one. Put them up for adoption. Hopefully somebody will take it that has the money and the time to take care of that animal. There are different kinds of shelters, including no-kill shelters like this one, where there's hundreds of animals. They accept every kind, doesn't matter the condition, and they hold them until they're adopted. Now, one staffer who used to manage a no-kill shelter had a change of heart after seeing a pit bull who had lived in a cage for 12 years. He had gone mad from confinement and would spend the day slamming his body against the sides of his cage. Now, stray animals, they also cost a lot once they enter a shelter. A dog just like this one is going to spend 5 to 7 days on average in a shelter before moved to somewhere else or adopted, hopefully. That cost adds up. It's $150 per week. That's $600 a month. I don't know about you, but I only spend $500 a month to house myself. Now, what about those 6 to 8 million animals that go into shelters every single year? 50% are killed and thrown into the garbage. One man writing into the Daily Journal put it probably best. The cost of a syringe, a dose of concentrated pentobarbital, a body bag, and landfill disposal costs are much cheaper than housing an animal. Okay, but what about the health risks? These stray animals living on the street run into rabid raccoons, bats, rats, possums. The typical disease that they catch is rabies. It's most well known, and it's an infection of the brain. It's typically transported through saliva, such as this dog or the cat that bit my brother. And once you get it, you don't wait for symptoms. Once you have symptoms, you're going to die. Rabies has a 100% kill rate once you have it. So you don't wait for a vaccine. Now, what's that mean to you and me? Well, a vaccine costs between $2,000 to $7,000 a pop. The CDC conducted a test, and last year we spent over $300 million on rabies shots alone last year. Okay, well, let's talk about the homeless. Let's talk about the hungry. Well, right now, at any given point here in the U.S., there are 3 million people living on the streets fighting to survive. Okay, well, what about you and me? 14.6% of households right now struggle to put food on the table to feed the people that they care about. 24 million of us turn to hunger relief programs such as food banks, soup kitchens. They didn't have any other option, a place where they could get food. Well, this is kind of silly. I mean, we throw away 27% of the food that we make every single day. It's a lot. That could feed a lot of people. Now, cities around the U.S., they're not helping us right now. They're enacting laws right now to make it illegal for you to take food like this, that was perfectly good, and hand it to people on the streets. They want to make sure that it's clean and healthy. But this one CNN reporter said, it's a sorry state of affairs when you can feed the squirrels, the doves, the pigeons, but you can't help a guy down on his luck. And what do other countries do? They have other options besides us. They don't limit themselves to just chicken, pig, cow. They also eat dog, horse, and cat. Most countries are Asian, but Europe's picking up the pace right now with the influx of mad cow disease a few years ago. And so in South Korea alone, the average is 8,000 tons of dog consumed every single year. It's pretty understandable. The nutrition information between dog and cat, dog and chicken, isn't very different. 19 grams of protein in dog, 24 grams in chicken, 20 grams of fat in dog, 15 grams in chicken. It's not that different. 2.8 grams of iron, 2.6 in chicken. Now, I want to leave you with one thing. I want you to think about the next time you're like my brother and you see a cat stranded in an alley, one of the 70 million cats around, and how this cat might be able to help one of the 3 million homeless and the 24 million who are hungry every day. Thank you.